Hi, I'm Jose Hernandez, and I own a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I am a small business owner, and I thought it would be a good idea to actually own one because I looked at it and I said, you know what? I have a lot of big cameras. It's going to be kind of hard with the work we do here to carry it along. So I figured getting this Osmo Pocket would be a good idea to have in order to create content for my business. Now, I'm going to run it through some pros and cons. I'm going to actually run it through its paces today to show you exactly how I use it on my day-to-day basis, which is really not day-to-day. It's like I pick specific days out of the week where I actually turn around and use this thing, but it'd be the perfect day to actually show you, what we do, how I use it, and, kind of just go from there, and you get an idea as to how you could use it for your business, or how you could use it for your vlogging or for B-roll, because I use it for all those kinds of things. So we'll put it through its paces and go from there. All right, I'll catch you on the other side. So I'm back. I just took a little trip with my DJI Osmo Pocket. I think I put that video at the beginning of this one so you kind of get an idea as to how I really use it. This is something that I bought with my business in mind more than anything else. It wasn't like something that I bought thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna build like a cinema rig and start shooting videos. This is more of like a behind the scenes, daily vlogger. I don't do much vlogging, to be honest with you. I'm kind of camera shy. In public, I should say. I mean, obviously I'm filming this thing, I'm not that shy, but I'm not the type of person to whip out a giant camera and start talking. So, that's kind of the reasons why I bought this either way. Anyway, so, what are the reasons and why do I like it, right? So, reason number one, the face tracking is actually pretty cool. It tracks your body, and it's really easy to use. Just double tap the screen. So if you don't know what you're doing, but you know how to double tap a screen like you do on a cell phone, this is pretty easy. Another reason why I like this thing is because it has really good stabilization. That's an obvious reason as to why you're buying this thing over, let's just say like a handheld camera or a small camera. The handheld video of this is super stable. Even if you're walking, it really doesn't matter. You have your 3-axis gimbal. It's pretty a reason people buy this thing is for the stabilization. So that's a pretty obvious one. Another one is the 10-bit log color profile that this has. I think it's D-Log or whatever. It's pretty easy to work with, but I will say it's not as some other log profiles that I've used before on my NLE. So, I just basically grab it. I do a color space transform. I put it in DaVinci, intermediate gamut or whatever, and then I throw a LUT on it towards the end of the node tree, and it works really well. I mean, it's not like you're looking to get the craziest colors out of this thing, but it is pretty nice. So it's good to have, especially because it's 10-bit, and for some reason, you don't get any of the banding that you will get with it. Because I had an Osmo Pocket 2, I believe, before this one. I used it for about a week, and then I honestly didn't really like it, and I just gave it up. The screen wasn't big enough. It just didn't make any sense. This one really does. I mean, I literally bought it for my business. I didn't buy this for any other reason than to have it for the business that I run on a daily basis. Another reason, it travels easy. I could literally throw it in my bag. It goes in a little pouch. I carry it. I take it everywhere. It's not like I keep it charged, and if something's coming up, I pull it out, I film it, I post it, I call it a day. You could literally transfer the files from your Mimo app to Instagram or whatever and just post it. It's pretty simple. You don't even have to, there's not even a lot of transfer time, to be honest with you. So it's pretty easy to use. And again, the traveling with it is super, super simple. So I really like it. It's a pretty versatile piece of equipment. Like, you could literally take this and you could vlog with it like that and just, do your daily vlogging, or you could take some really good B-roll with this. Like, I've noticed, like, if I take my time and I compose it right, I'll use my phone a little bit just to kind of like get everything in frame how I want it, because the screen is really not big enough. But you know, you can get some really nice B-roll out of this. I'm actually gonna throw some videos of this as I talk, so you can actually see what I'm getting out of it, and I think you'd be really surprised. Again, my color grading might not be great, but I'm an amateur. I'm not claiming for it to be. So I try to keep it as basic as possible when it comes to color grading, but it looks really nice, and I really do enjoy watching the videos. And again, this is something that I use, you know, just for work purposes for the most part. I am trying to vlog more for my business, but you know, I think it's great. I think another thing I'm going to do with it actually is I'm actually right now setting up a studio for my business where we're going to start a podcast, just basically talking to our customers in the process of, you know, building up their businesses, because I work with a lot of small businesses, and I think the stories that I hear from people are really captivating, and I think that's one thing that I wanted to put on camera. So I was going to put this behind the camera. So I have my S5 set up, I have 2 tripods set up, I have a table. I'll post a video about this later, but because I'm not really done, we're still building it right now. So I think what I'm going to do is put this on vertical mode, you know, maybe film some of the podcast and then just go from there. And I think it'd be really cool. So, you know, I think this is going to be pretty versatile when it comes down to that. Another reason why I like this is the Mimo app. I mean, I think the Mimo app is pretty easy to use. I mean, they just automatically sync. You could you could film and log and then use what's like color recovery on it, and it'll actually show you what it's going to look like with like a Rec 709 log that's thrown on top of it. Or you could actually export it with that color recovery on it, which is pretty neat. So if you just want to put it out there without that, you know, the flat log profile, you could actually do that, and it's pretty simple. So I think that's really cool. Now let's get into the negatives of this thing. The negatives: the price has gone up. I mean, everywhere I'm going, like the price has gone like to the point where the creator pack is going to cost you about $800. I gotta be honest, like I wouldn't spend $800 on this thing. I got it for $500 with the creator pack like 4 months ago. You know, I think it was maybe $600. I'm sorry. I got it on Amazon. So I have to be honest, for $800, I wouldn't buy it. I would get like, I would maybe spring for used S9. I would get like, I seen the Canon has the R50V, I think. Looks pretty good. You know, I think it's $850. I would spend the extra $50 and just get that thing. It shoots in 10-bit. It's stabilized. It's got, you know, individual lenses, which this has a fixed 20mm lens, which is not great. And I would just go with that, man. I would not spend that kind of money on this thing. It's not worth it. Like I'm telling you right now, this is not worth spending $800 on the creator pack, everything. It's just not worth it, you know? So my opinion, I think the reason they're raising the prices is kind of the same reason we are raising our prices right now in my business, is because with the tariffs, any inventory people have left over of these things, they are going to want to, hold on one second. One moment here. CSM, how can I help you? All right, that works, man. I appreciate the call. All right, buddy. Talk soon. Bye-bye. All right. Sorry about that. Obviously, I run my business, you know, so our studio here is really for my business that I have set up. This is something that I've like really, I'm diving into like content creation, but I'm really passionate about I'm really passionate about filming. So that's really what I like to do. I have a really cool like fitness business where I basically do fitness equipment for people. I set up gyms and I help businesses get started up. It's pretty cool, and I think that's what got me into filming, was the fact that I would meet these people with these stories, and I wanted to kind of document it. I've always loved documentary film, and that's kind of where my passions lie. So eventually I wanted to get into like filming documentaries about business startups. I think it's going to be something that's going to be phenomenal once I get it off the ground. But for now, this is me practicing and getting used to being able to talk to the camera, and, you know, I'm sorry, I'm ranting, but whatever. Let's get back to the camera. So, all right. So another reason why I like it is the Mimo app. Super easy. I think I spoke about it a few seconds ago, but the Mimo app syncs, good to go. All right. So the not so obvious reasons why I like this thing is because it's so discreet. I could vlog, you know, kind of quietly off in a corner and no one would ever notice. I could film something, make it look really good, and not necessarily have a big camera that's gonna, like, you know, make me stick out like a sore thumb. So I think that that's the attraction to this thing when I first got it. I have guys that I'm sending out on the road with this thing, believe it or not. I'm trusting them to, like, not break it. And my guys are shy. Like, they're not camera guys, you know. They're getting their work done, and I'm just say, hey, like, do me a favor, like, whip out a camera and film something. Could you imagine me handing them, you know, a rig and saying, hey, get some good images? Like, they would never do it. So I think that this is pretty beneficial, that it has that discreetness, you know, that, you know, you kind of feel like you could do things incognito. And then let's see here. That's one of those things that's not too obvious, right? Now, I said, oh, another reason why I think you might not want to buy this thing is because of the screen. So what I ended up doing, I actually bought like a whole like kit for this thing in order to mount it, in order to be able to mount my phone on it. It's a lot. You know, I thought I'd be able to do it and use it, and I thought it would make sense. It's not really that useful. So you really got to get used to using this tiny little like screen. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, the one before this was really bad, but this one is, you know, it's big, but it's not that big. And I don't want them to make it any bigger. Don't get it wrong. Like, DJI, don't change the size of this thing. Like, it's just fine. It's just, you really got to keep it in perspective as to what you really want to use this camera for. Like, if you're really trying to use it as your like a camera, I would not get this thing because of the screen size. Plain and simple. Everything else is fine, but the screen size is no good. If this is like a vlogging cam, perfect. If this is a camera that you're looking to kind of like use as like, you know, behind the scenes, I think it's absolutely amazing. So, you know, like, yeah, so would I recommend this right now? I probably, for the price, for the prices that I'm starting to see online, I probably wouldn't recommend it. But if the prices were like they were, and I think they're going to go right back to they were once they figure out this whole thing with tariffs, I think it's, you know, for $500, I will get the creator pack for sure. Get the one with the mic, because this little thing comes in super handy. I actually used it today. You know, it's handy. So I think that this is probably not my first purchase I would make. If I'm trying to get into like cinematography or filming or even content creation, I'd probably get something a little bit more robust. But as a second camera, you know, this is like my third camera or fourth camera, so I think that it suits its purpose. I think it's great if it's going to be kind of like an addition to something else you have. So yeah, I mean, that's my thoughts on this thing. I will leave you with some video here that I shot with this, and I hope this is helpful to somebody. And yeah, I'll try to catch you on the next one. Later.